Welcome to the Richie Rich Labs podcast. And it's been a little while since I heard from you, and you probably heard from me. But in today's situation, I want to get back to the podcasting because I believe it's important for you and for me. The thing is, AI is off the charts. And as you probably have seen for the video version, you need to check it out because I'm showing you right now the most popular trending feature or thing that came out of Google I/O, which was, that DJ guy. And then, of course, we can compare that to the OpenAI chatgpt 4. Was it 4.e or some? Looks like a guy sitting on like a toilet seat if you look at it from an emoji angle. But anyway, the new ChatGPT version's out and it's pretty good. Of course, full of weird bugs. I try to connect to give you context because I'm getting ahead of myself. ChatGPT, compared to whatever the hell Google announced at Google I/O, if you can tell me, let me know in the comment section below. But for me, I'm waiting for the 5 to 10 minute short review version from The Verge or someone, online, because that was something. It makes you feel, as Nazi Labs said on Twitter or X, it makes you feel grateful for Apple keynotes because even though they might show you something you already know, and this is something I say, even though they show you something you are expecting in a future that maybe it's not even that mind-blowing, Apple goes all out in delivering it in a nicely packaged presentation. And you're like, oh, thanks, that was worth my time watching that. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Apple. The other thing is, going back to the Google thing in ChatGPT released their new version. For those of you that have been living under a rock or just have better things to consume in your media world, and eventually will know about this once AI takes over your job and you realize you have been working for ChatGPT all along. This new version can do live translations, and I've tested it after many failed attempts at connecting to the servers. Because I guess too many people were trying to do the same thing. I was able to translate from English to Espanol to Spanish, and it was good, and vice versa. And it definitely in some parts it messed up as to which word I would have used. He used, the bot or ChatGPT, I guess you can't call it a he or she, but it used a different word that I wouldn't have used, but it delivered, and I was really impressed. Much better than whatever the heck Google Translate pulls off most of the time. So that was good. And definitely, as I'm going to show you in the video version, Duolingo stocks, from what I found on X, went down. I'll find the image here and confirm if it's actually true. But yeah, the ability of someone doing multilingual, it's going to become kind of like playing the piano nowadays, It's cool, you're cultured, you're playing the piano. I'm just platinum over there in Fortnite. Which one's cooler? It depends on who you're talking to. But the thing with multilingual AI, like for real, you're going to be able to put your AirPods on and you're going to be able to have a full live conversation with someone being translated live. Just think about that. Goodbye, translator. Of course, I don't see professional translators going away anytime soon, but it is numbered, Excuse me. It's sort of like the McDonald's flip a burger kind of thing. A robot will do it, but we've been saying that for a while, and it ain't happening yet. I mean, in some, they've tried it, I believe so. McDonald's has tried that, but, it'll take time. There's the whole saying, just because in Jurassic Park, they didn't ask themselves, as they say, they didn't ask themselves if they should. They only asked, can we do it? And so, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on X, Richie Rich Labs, if I got that quote wrong. But let me see. Oh, by the way, my viewfinder on my Apple Watch, after 2 major updates, .1 updates, finally it works. I can see myself in the viewfinder, and yeah, and thank you, Apple. So the thing is, what are your thoughts? Do you want to learn a language now, or do you think it's a waste of time? There's also ChatGPT showing the ability to teach you with the camera, which is coming out for Plus users in the near future, you're going to be able to show live video and process it, and the AI, just like it does with a picture, it can analyze what the context is, what's going on in the picture, etc. It's going to be able to do that with video. Therefore, for example, you're going to be able to show it your content in your screen or book, if you use those for school, and actually teach you what you're doing, like the math problem and whatnot. And so that was interesting to me. That was like a moment where it hit me that I'm like, holy crap, bro. Like, that really hurts if you spend the time grinding, because I did it for college and grinding the books, and you're like, now some kid can just put up his iPad or his iPhone and just get ChatGPT for $30 a month or 20 or whatever it is to, teach it, help it. And then the tutor or the teacher, what are they going to do? What's their purpose? What about those counselors, like English classes? They'll teach you about how to improve your writing. Hell no, man. Just give it to ChatGPT and he'll tell you in about 5 seconds what you can improve and how and when and what. You don't have to coordinate a meeting, get on a Zoom call, and do it while driving, like I had to do sometimes, just for work. But it was on a Tesla, so it drove itself. Okay, don't judge me. I do not deny, though, or accept, or what's the other word? I nor deny or can't remember. My human brain's blanking out. But yeah, really interesting things. What are your thoughts on AI? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's exciting. Definitely, we do have to ask the question, should we, for certain things? But I think it's more on not that we reach the ability to do it. It's more of how do we spread it around, share it, How do we apply it to our daily lives? Because there is a huge disconnect right now. Unless you're in more archaic, like school and systems, when it comes to day-to-day, I manage multiple workflows and different businesses. And I can tell you, AI is great, but the implementation with the platforms and softwares, AI lacks that adapting or connecting with those systems. I do it backwards with my hands if you're watching the video version, but it lacks, For example, on my iPad, I use QuickBooks to keep track of expenses, earnings, etc. Right now, using my iPad, there is some automated functions I would like it to do, automated, improve, and they're minor. They're not crucial, but they're nice. I don't see how AI can implement in there, Maybe if I taught it how to operate the user interface from my end, and then it would just learn what kind of like Rabbit is supposed to do, the AI ping, the orange one, learn how an app UI works and then kind of maneuver itself within those confinements of the user interface of an app. But at that point, why teach it that if it can just grab API access directly and do other things and improve things, more of the not such technical angle, but rather behind the scenes user interface, I guess, that you don't interact with. I don't know. My nerd friends, you'll understand, but I think there's still time, but it's cool. It's good. AI, I'm all for it. But anyway, that is all I have time for today. Let's see where this ChatGPT situation goes. I'm still going to study Duolingo for my Japanese, and let's just keep going. It's exciting. And WWDC for Apple, I think it's going to blow whatever Google announced at I/O out of the water. And I hope Apple's AI, artificial intelligence implementations are going to be humanized as to the day-to-day usage on our iOS and iPadOS devices. But I'm in World 7 for Richie Rich Lives, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Every day, hopefully. Peace.